Hello my friends and welcome to No Nonsense Metal Reviews. I'm George and today I'm going to be giving some very high praise indeed to a new discovery of mine. Actually, I was not familiar with this band, but upon reading many very highly regarding and high praising reviews of their 2022 album Origins, I was absolutely convinced that I needed to check it out. And this particular band, I'm gonna say Saor or Saor, not quite sure of the pronunciation. I believe it is a Scottish or Gaelic word, hailing from Glasgow, Scotland. This is a absolutely stellar album from a stellar band. This is in fact a one-man outfit, a one-man project from a man named Andy Marshall, who is a multi-instrumentalist and vocalist, and he does an absolutely astounding job on this album. As I say, this is a new discovery for me. I bought this album, Origins, almost on a bit of a whim, for two reasons. The first reason that, as I say, I was reading quite a few really good reviews where there was a lot of praise being given to this album for its originality, for its creativity, and just for the quality of the music. And secondly, that artwork is absolutely stunning. Absolutely love it. I love the effect of those standing stones from the middle of the river, and then you've got, if you would call them runes or markings on the stones, and then you've got some sort of spirits or wisps arising from the water. It's just beautiful. It reeks of folk and heritage and sort of mystery and ancients. It's got all of that going on, and actually that's very fitting words to describe the sound of Saor or Sir. Not quite sure on the pronunciation, as I say, but it's an absolutely stunning album. So I would, if I was going to try and pigeonhole the sound that you get here, I would say that it's a mixture of folk metal, of black metal, of sort of atmospheric and ambient metal as well. There's a lot of different elements thrown in there, seamlessly blended together, but as I say, it's something really quite special. And I really wanted to actually do this as a bands you need to hear recommendation, because Saor are certainly a band that you absolutely need to hear. But surprising number of albums from this band already in quite a short period of time. Within about 10 years or just over, I think we've got something like 5 or 6 albums. So I'm going to be investigating their catalogue further. I know that in recent years, I believe Season of Mist, the record label who have released Origins, have remastered, repackaged a few of their earlier albums, or Andy's earlier albums, Saor's early albums. So they are now available, readily accessible, and I think that's going to be a good place to start. So try checking some of those out. But I have been listening to this album a lot, certainly on my early morning walks, getting out there, headphones on, this sort of music, absolutely perfect. This is the soundtrack to getting up, getting out for a walk through the fields, walk through the woods. This is just perfect stuff. This is really deep. If you're a fan of bands like Winter Filleth or Ard, or Woden's Throne, although maybe those are a little bit more firmly in the black metal category, which is testament to the fact that this is quite unique stuff. I don't know a huge amount of other material or many other bands that sound like Saor. So let's take a look at some of those tracks then. I've given the impression that this is a brilliant album, and it is an absolutely fantastic album. Yes, it has been out for a few months now, but it's absolutely worth giving lots of praise to. We kick off the album with Call of the Carnacs, which is an absolutely fantastic track. It has flourishes of sort of traditional heavy metal music thrown in there, but you've also got a lot of folk There's a lot of folk mixed with traditional elements. We've got, certainly across those first two tracks, in fact, and the second track, Fallen, which is an absolutely superb track that has a little bit more of a heavier, a little bit more of a black metal leaning. You get some really, really amazing traditional folk music thrown in there, sort of traditional Scottish melodies and instruments, sort of pipes and things. It really works. And I don't know a huge amount at all about traditional folk or Scottish folk music, but I think that sounds absolutely fantastic. It's so uplifting, it's so powerful. I love bagpipes, I must admit. I'm a devoted heavy metal fan, but I would say that bagpipes, they sound so powerful. And combined with metal, it works. It really, really works. It sounds absolutely brilliant. So those first two tracks, as I say, particularly brilliant. You've got a lot of folk elements in there, but Fallen is a little bit on the heavier side. First track, Call of the Karnaks, is a little bit more of a rousing track. It's very uplifting, very good. Then we get the very epic, the Ancient Ones, which is a stunning track. Again, we get more of that sort of black metal injection there with the folk elements, but with some absolutely sterling atmospherics. The creation of this beautiful atmosphere, the instrumentals are fantastic. Aurora, that fourth track, that's an interesting one because what you get at the start of that song really reminds me of Rotting Christ, and now that I have made that connection, I can't not hear it. There's something in that riff that reminds me of sort of more recent or more modern sort of Heretic or Catavon era Rotting Christ. So it's got a little bit of a heavier black metal edge, folk black metal edge, just to the start, and then it goes into more of those sweeping sounds. We've got brilliant atmospherics, really uplifting, but it's heavier. It's really good. Then we get a closing duo of Beyond the Wall and Origins. Both heavier tracks, but again, they're just so good. The whole album flows so well. Beyond the Wall is a really nice track indeed. One of the album highlights for me, I think, alongside the Ancient Ones, I'd say Beyond the Wall, absolutely stunning. It's got the big chorus, big chant, lots of atmosphere, plenty of energy. You've got the folk elements, the black metal elements. It's just really brilliant. And Origins is a heavy hitting song as well. You've got heavier elements, and then you've got more melodic elements in there as well. So overall, it's just a fantastic album. And Saor are absolutely brilliant. Origins is a fantastic album. It's not overly long. I think it's in the region of 40 to 45 minutes. It flows seamlessly. And as I say, if you like deep music, if you like atmospheric music, if you like black metal, folk metal, think in the realms of Moon Sorrow through Winterfiller, through Ard. Little elements of all of these bands, they can be found here, but this is a very unique sounding album from a very unique sounding band, and I will be making it my mission to delve further into their catalogue. So if you haven't heard of them, Saor or Saor, absolutely fantastic album. Origins here from 2022. Do check it out. Absolutely. Check it out. It's not one to be missed. Are you a fan of the band already? Are you a fan of this album? Have you heard it? Are you familiar with it? Can you recommend any other particularly good albums from this band to check out first? I'd be interested to hear, of course. But thank you very much for watching, my friends. Check out this album. I mean it. It's seriously good stuff. But thank you for watching. Do check back soon for more reviews and recommendations of all things good and heavy. Feel free to like and subscribe, of course. And do take care, my friends. Stay heavy.